That'll be a miracle!
Keep going. Oh, yes.
G'day and welcome to Shports. Origin's over, so it's time to talk Olympics and drugs, the two things that go hand in hand. We'll start with our highs and lows. James.
Anytime England lose at Lords is a fantastic occasion, and Pakistan came through with the goods. Fantastic performance, really good test match. Yasir Shah, what a fantastic bowler he is at the moment.
Channeling Warney there.
Oh,
We've got him this summer too. Can't wait.
Well, normally when South Africa come out during the summer, that's always the highlight. I think Pakistan could be an even tougher test.
Yeah.
So we'll see how things go there. But he looks like a fantastic talent. Muhammad Amir's back, proved how good a bowler he was. Unfortunately, England didn't take the loss too well. And
No
they're my
surprises.
low for the week. The way Alistair Cook carried on. In case you didn't see it,
Alistair Sook, more like it.
Oh, starting early today.
Get that
Starting early today.
Chinese burner of the century. Pakistan celebrated post-match by performing push-ups as a team. Basically, they went through a vigorous boot camp prior to the Test series. Clearly just tongue-in-cheek, up to the coach's box. Check this out, fellas. Alistair Cook had a big cry. And this is the same team that carried on with the sprinkler dance.
My high, I haven't had much to celebrate lately, guys, except for Queensland winning Origin. My teams that I support in the AFL are going absolutely not very well, as you know. So my high is looking forward to the Olympics. We'll talk a little bit about it later, but 23 days or whatever of non-stop sporting action that you can really get behind. So that's my high. I'm scraping the
That's
barrel.
really reaching.
Really reaching.
That's really reaching.
Well, because my low is the Brisbane Lions.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like to use the term a club in turmoil, but that is the term I will be probably using. And it just doesn't look good. From the coach right through to the players. They're presenting a very united front, but apparently behind closed doors it is not so united. So more to come on that this year, I'm sure.
Stay tuned. My high was Mick Fanning returning to J-Bay and taking it out. I love watching him surf. He's such a good bloke, and to see him go back and not only conquer his demons, but to win the damn thing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
On your Mick, my low, I mentioned at the top of the show, but drugs everywhere. Drugs in the NRL, drugs in the AFL, drugs in the UFC, drugs in the Olympics. They've returned to form as well. So we'll start with the UFC. Brock Lesnar beat Mark Hunt. Turns out he's jacked, like we didn't need to get proof of that. What's going to happen?
Oh, just so disappointing. I know Mark Hunt has came out and he's looking for his share of the purse now that Brock Lesnar's been found to have had
Fair?
Yeah, fair enough.
2 tainted supplements juicing. Not sure what he was up to. The only defence that he could possibly come up with was that it was something he was taking for his own health.
Pretty disappointing, really. And Brock Lesnar in that UFC was so hyped up, and then he had people commentating before that they reckoned he was pumped up on shit, and he looked it, and now to find out that he was, I mean, it just ruins the whole thing, doesn't it? I mean, ruins the spectacle, and it's like, who else is on drugs in the UFC? I mean, it sort of just puts the whole thing under a big cloud, like with the Olympics and with Russia and things like that, which will...
What about the AFL? What's going on in the AFL?
Michael Talia, Sydney player, was caught in an alleyway with some cocaine at some nightclub.
We've all been there. But,
Speak for yourself.
I've been in an alleyway.
I'm all right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I bet you.
Yeah, so he has been dropped by Swans. They have a really harsh no dickhead policy, basically, Bloods culture and all that, so they've just dumped him real quick smart. So I don't know what is next for him. He's off to court, I guess.
I mean, contrast that with Corey Norman, the Corey Norman saga at Para. They were holding on to him with vice-like grip. Yeah.
Took the NRL to tell him.
Exactly. I mean, you mentioned it last week. They'd put winning over club culture. Evidence.
Very, very disappointing. Parramatta's reaction. Some positive news during the week. The New South Wales government has stepped in, and the board is no longer. In the interim, who knows what the future holds for Parramatta? But hopefully they learn something from this crisis.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
And on the theme of drug taking, Russia at the Olympics. Will we see any Russian athlete at the Olympics?
I hope not. I think they should they've got to come down strong on this. I mean, there'd be more to be uncovered, and I'm sure this will make an excellent documentary pretty soon about the level in which and how deep the cheating goes in Russia. But from all accounts, it is like widespread and well known, and you just can't have it.
Well, this is reminiscent of East Germany in the the 80s, with the Russian Secret Service helping the athletes dope at Sochi.
It reminds me of that Simpsons episode where the Russian diplomat removes the banner, and instead of a Russian flag, it's the old USSR. It's just shades of old communist era, really, and it's just really disappointing.
All right, now time for our quick three, James. The Rugby League World Cup draw has been released in Sydney. Been snubbed as a Sydney boy yourself. How do you feel about that?
We've been snubbed, Jack Fuller, and rightfully so, based on previous crowd figures. Sydney, only got yourself to blame. Until we can prove otherwise.
Your fault.
So, yeah, hurts to say it, but them the breaks, yo.
Don't ever say yo again.
Okay.
Please. Lids, how do you fix the Lions?
That's a good question, Fuller.
Thanks.
They're fucked. No, look, I think it's really bad. It's obviously gotten to a point that it is crisis time, as the media will now start reporting. There's reports that AFL executives have come up to meet privately with Brisbane staff to try to sort out this issue. Players are set to walk apparently at the end of the year. Lepic, by all accounts, is probably done.
He's got to go.
Rightly or wrongly,
Yeah.
he's probably going to go. So yeah, I don't know. We just got to do really well in our recruiting, and I don't know who they get in, but they just need to get the team to buy into some sort of game plan, because at the moment it doesn't look like they are. Steve O'Keefe bowled an absolute ripper over there in a practice match. What do you reckon?
In Sri Lanka? I think he makes the team. 5 wickets and 50 runs. So a century in bowling terms and a half century in batting terms. As an all-rounder, that's not too bad.
Great analysis.
So, I think he'll be the second spinner behind Gary the GOAT. And I'm just looking forward to Australia playing cricket. Pakistan, England is great, but it's not the baggy greens, and looking forward to it. Over the next few weeks, we'll be chatting a lot about the Olympics coming up, as we should. But let us know your thoughts about Russia. Should they be there in the Olympics? Should a couple of people be allowed to go under a neutral banner, or should we ban them all together? Let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you next week.